All right, this is the long-awaited no-gi choke series. Thank you, Matt, for being so patient, and everybody else. But anyway, so this is I started using these a lot because, especially in no-gi, everything gets so slippery. A lot of arm locks, guys slip out of, even leg locks and stuff like that. The neck is there for you most of the time for no-gi, and even when your arms are slippery and everything, a lot of the times your arms get in there and get deep a lot quicker, even better with the gi. So that's why I like to use a lot of these. I've been real successful with them competitions and stuff. So anyway, the first one is, I start this off with the paper cutter choke. It's kind of a combination paper cutter baseball bat choke. So I'm going to start out with my side control here. I'm going to pop up. This hand hooks behind his head. I'm going to slide my other hand in here. I'm going to grip this thumb between these two fingers, just like that. And I want to keep my forearm real close to his chest. The more I kind of bring this up, the more it's going to be on his jaw. I want to keep it down to his chest like this. Okay? I'm going to come up in here, get my grip, and right away, as soon as I start to get my grip here, I'm going to lean this whole thing. I'm going to lean this shoulder down here, and I'm going to take this knee. Right away, he's going to be looking to fight this off. I'm going to cut his arm out with my knee. So I'm here, okay, cut in like that, and I lean down to the side. Okay, I'm keeping this kind of loose right now. But I actually don't want it so tight, otherwise it'll be a trach choke right on his windpipe. I'd rather be able to choke. So come down here like this. I killed this arm, I took it out, I'm nice and low. This arm's going to step over, and I'm going to go to north side. And then I'm just squeezing my arms together and pulling with my lats. So I'm cutting them off on both sides. So one more time, I'm here, I pop up. I'm in like that. He's going to start fighting it right away. I cut out his arm with my knee, put my shoulder on his belly button. I loosen my grip just a little bit so I can have room to step over. Step. Squeeze. Okay, so that's what I start out with that one a lot. But many times, as soon as I start going for that type of choke, he's going to start reacting. He's going to start trying to get his underhook, get up on his side, and work his escapes. That's great. That's what I want, because the more he turns into me, the more he turns up to get to his knees, the more options I have to choke him. Okay, so the second one, I start trying to get this one, he's going to cuff up into me. Alright, and he's going to start trying to get his underhook. He's either going to grab for my leg and get a single, or he's going to grab under here and start, just trying to get to his knee. I'm going to go with the Bravo. Most of you guys know the Bravo, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it. I'm just going to cup underneath here and get my arm here. A lot of the time, especially if it's a real big guy, I have to lean this way. Once again, I'm leaning this way to make my arm extend, kick it through. Okay, I can wiggle, but I'm going to lean my upper body this way to make my arm long. Pull his head in, grab my bicep. This hand I want to come not just on his back, but as much as I can up here on his shoulder. You can finish just sprawling straight down and lifting your arm. I like to lift my butt up, sit out towards his legs, hook over with my foot on his hip, and now extend, just like that. That's how I find I get the most power for finishing the Bravo. Okay, so I come up in here, he gets the underhook, comes up for the Bravo, and I start trying to get his head down and start trying to hit this, but now he knows what I'm doing. So he's going to stretch his head back up and say, no, you can't have the Bravo. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I keep pressure with my chest on his shoulder, and I want to keep threatening this for a minute. If I pull my hand out right away, he's going to come right back into his game. Okay, I don't want that. I want him to be thinking I'm still going for the Bravo. So I keep this in here. He lifts his head up, take it away. I'm going to come up off my knees with my weight on his shoulder. Now this hand is going to scoop the back. I'm going to use the back of my hand to scoop his arm over and shoot through. Okay. Now we'll move just a little bit this way. Okay, so I shoot through. While he's still up on his side, that's when I really want to drive my arm deep. If I flatten him out first and then try to get my arm over, he knows what I'm doing and he's trying to resist it too much. So while he's up here, I wiggle this arm until my bicep hits his neck. Okay? Now I can tap in here, go straight over to mount, Okay? 2 different ways I like to finish this. First way is palm to palm, head on the mat. I come up, cut over, my hips flat on the mat. Okay? I'm gonna push my head into his head, and I'm gonna walk my legs in a semicircle towards his head. It's a real tight blood choke, okay? Only problem with that one, sometimes I come here, there's nothing on his hips right now, and he'll raise his legs up and grab behind one of his legs. So reach your legs up and grab behind your inside leg, right, like this. And as he rocks his legs up, like this, now I'm losing my choke, okay? It's not a really good escape, but it's a really good counter for him. So what I'll do, whenever I feel like he's good, he's gonna do that, or I'm not gonna get the other one, once I get here, grab my own bicep, not here, not here, here. Grab inside his tricep, okay? Now I'm gonna try to touch my elbows together. I'm gonna swivel off to knee ride here like this, and now I'm gonna do a couple things. I'm gonna take my knee, drive forward off his hips like this. So I'm trying to drive that way and extend them that way. At the same time, I'm gonna do a crunch, try to touch my elbows to my hips. Okay? It just feels like everything in here is just being ripped off. It's kind of a choke, it's kind of a crank. It's not fun, but this also works whenever guys use this block right here. This powers right through. Okay? So I get in here like this. 1, back of the tricep, post. I'm gonna drive forward this way and pull down with my elbows that way. Even if he's blocking with his hand over, like this, you know, most of the time you're like, squeeze, squeeze, can't get it, can't get it. Locking in tight, elbows together, up, forward, and down. Okay, still a really good way of finishing that. I know we're flying through these, but I'm trying to get as many chokes in as we can.